Froze on my head, so I'm driving legally, kind of. Anyway, doing this, this is a Samsara. I don't know if you've ever seen one. We use Qualcomm's in my other company, but this is a company that runs like mail for the post office. You know, most of the mail that's gone by truckload is done by contract. Not too much by not really the post office themselves. They might run bobtails, but maybe, but they don't do the truckload stuff. I mean, some union shops I guess do, but they're kind of phasing out the whole TTO thing. So this company here is one of the companies out of Sacramento. I'm not going to name them, but one of the companies that run the mail thing contract. Everything's timed too, man. You gotta, if they say you gotta be there at 7, you gotta be there on the dock at 7, not at the gate, because I thought it was at the gate. No, you gotta be at the fucking dock checking in with the person, and they get they're timed and your time. So basically, if you're there on time, they gotta get you loaded, or you gotta get loaded, one or the other, in like 15 minutes. And whether or not you load or they load, it's gotta be, supposedly got to be done in 15 minutes. But basically everything comes on these big black totes, and I don't know if I'll be able to film that at any point in time because I'll be at the post office, but I'll try to sneak it one of these days. Anyway, they also got wheeled carts. I picked up like just over half a load of like a dozen totes on these black bins that you take out with a forklift. They're basically big square cardboard boxes on these black tote things, and you know, like are kind of like acting like a pallet, but they're not really pallets. They're like plastic black pallets. I don't know what the hell you call them. That's where the cardboard boxes sit on those, and they're gigantic and filled with mail. And then they'll have the roller cage things with a few things on them too, but I only have one of those right now. But you strap every 10 feet, and I probably didn't really need to do that because everything was on like a tote thing, a plastic freaking pallet. But yeah, I strapped everything down with a ratchet strap, and every 10 feet, and then put 2 ratchet straps at the end of it, and you run it from point A to point B. In this case, I'm running Sacramento to Stockton, you know, from the post office to the annex they got down to Stockton by the Stockton airport. And then so I'll load in Sacramento, take it down to Stockton, offload, then load again in Stockton, and then come back to Sacramento to offload. And hopefully this time it'll be smoother, because they didn't know where I was supposed to be when I got to Sacramento the first time around, what door I was supposed to pick up or anything. They kept sending me different doors, so I backed in a total of 4 freaking times where they found the right spot for me to be at. So go figure, that's government for you. Anyway, it's other than that, I'd say it's an easy gig, man. I wouldn't want to do it full time, you know, 5 days a week. I'm only doing like a partial shift, and these guys have to do this all the time and be on time all the time. It's got to drive them nuts. I mean, you constantly got to call in to your dispatch and tell them, not going to make the appointment time, not going to make the appointment time. And I was like, it's not realistic. They give you 10 minutes to pre-trip, and then after you're done pre-tripping, you got 10 minutes to get from your yard, which is a 10-minute drive, mind you, to get to the gate. And according to them, if you're at the gate, you're on time, but according to the Postal Service, you're not. You have to be checked in at the dock. Who the fuck can drive 10 minutes, get in through a gate that takes another minute or 2 for them to open it for you, then go find your door and back in and all that stuff, and check in and get in, buzzed into the warehouse to check in on time? That's at least 30 minutes. So they give you 10 minutes to do that, which is impossible. They already set you up for failure. So basically what happens, the post office will penalize the trucking companies because that's part of their contract. Oh, you got 10 minutes to get there and check in, which is impossible unless you live right next door, but that's a post office for you. So our requirement is just to call in our dispatch and let them know, hey, I'm late for this reason, or make up whatever goddamn reason you want. But anyway, they got these Penske trucks pulling these. I think mine's a 53-footer trailer because of where the tandems are slid, but they said they were just going to rent 48s, but they got the tandems up, so I'm like wondering if I'd be better off just sliding the tandems back if it is a 48. Make it easier to back in. But I've been doing gas tankers, and you don't back into nowhere, man. Not really. I mean, I do know how to back a gas tanker, but it's been a while since I've done these semis, these trailers. So anyway, you get a little rusty after the years. You know, I haven't hit a dock in about over 20 years. I've been doing gas over 20 years now. But I'd say I could get used to this and could grow to like it. I don't want to work anywhere full-time anymore, to be honest, but this ain't a bad part-time gig. If you're going to do something, once you get used to the, you know, chicken with the head cut off nature of the fucking post office, it's a pretty easy gig. So I wish I could film it. I'm gonna try to film it. I don't know how. I got a GoPro. It's a pretty obvious. It's a camera. I don't think the post office would go for that, but maybe I could sneak some other kind of camera in there, film the whole process. I don't really give a fuck if I get fired because I don't care. I'm part-time anyway, only a couple of weeks working this. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna say bye. I'll post this later. After I get more footage, I'll tie it together with something else. All right, bye-bye. U.S. Post Service at work. There you go, guys. Check it out. See ya. That's how it's done, guys. Right there. Those tote things right there in those boxes. That's how it's done. And offloading me now. It's easy shit. Oh, this is it. I can pull out now. I'm all offloaded. But as you can see, that was pretty easy. They pulled it off. Sometimes you put it on yourself. When I came here, this is peak season. They didn't know what was going on, where I pick up anything, or what I even pick up. But we got it figured out. Now I'm headed back to the yard. Easy stuff. All right, guys, take care. Bye. Bye, I said. This thing's still recording, huh? See ya. See ya. See ya. Oh, can't get it to stop.